This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome friends, this is Ahmad and
This conference will now be recorded.
welcome friends. Today I am taking my webinar of Linux Red Hat 8. Today I think this is fourth session, and as you know my name is Ahmad and these are my details. And today I will tell you about Linux directory structure, which is very important to understand when you are working as a system DBA. Means by this directory structure, you should know that where the files are there and what files are required for which purpose. So if you don't know that, then you will suffer a lot as a system admin. So that's why my focus is today to tell you about Linux directory structure and what are the names of that and what are the work of that and why these directory structure required. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing is that a Linux directory structure is like a tree. So the basis of the Linux file system hierarchy begins at the forward slash, and this is a root directory. Okay, so if I say how it will present, this is present like this. This is the level 1 directory structure where it is start from forward slash. This is forward slash, and after that these are the directory structure. Okay, so this is the latest version of Red Hat 8. So 19 directories is there. Okay, so I will explain each directory one by one. So how to check that this directory? So there is a command tree -l and 1 and slash. I hope I have a Linux system. Okay, just a second. Erase this and GPL. Okay, so tree -l 1 and slash. When I say this, it will show you all the directory structure which comes after the forward slash. So these are the main directory structure. Okay, so these are main directory structure. Inside that there are many, so I'm not going into that. I will spoke about this. Okay, so every directory has a meaning, every directory has a work, as I said. So let's do that. Okay, so the first is root directory. Means when you want to go to this slash, so just here I say cd slash. Okay, so if I say pwd, so see that there is a slash. So this is the root directory. If I say enter, so it will back to slash root. Root means user directory. Okay, so that is different. Only forward slash is the main starting point, and after that slash root. So root is the user. So this is the root directory. Got it? So after this, there is a directory that is called as slash bin. If I say cd slash bin, so that will come here. Okay, so b, if I say ls, so these are the bin files actually. Okay, so what is actually the bin directory? That is user binaries. Basically these directories contain executable programs which needed for single user mode, and it will help to bring the system up or it will help when any problem in system. So these files will be repaired. So suppose you are firing ls, cp, whatever the command you are firing. So command used by all the user of the system are located here. So all the commands executable files are stored here. Okay. So this is bin directory purpose. Now the second is boot directory. So let's go with the boot cd/boot. So pwd, sorry. So this is boot directory ls. So here these are the files is there in the boot directory. So what is actually boot directory? These are bootloader files which contain static files for the bootloader. So these directory only holds the files which are needed during the boot process. So whenever your system will be boot, these files will be will use. So there is kernel, init, rd, VM, Linux, grub files are located here. So if you see that there grub2 loader, init, ram, fs, and VM Linux. Okay, so these are the files are stored here. Okay, so this is the purpose of boot directory. Now the third one is dev, that is device files. Okay, so what are those? cd dev pwd. I'm showing pwd so that you can check that, okay, this is the dev directory. Okay, so I'm not going into other. So these are the files which reside here. So in dev, what is that? These are the device or special files which refer to physical devices. Suppose your hard disk, keyboard, monitor, mouse, and modem. So this folder will refer to that. So suppose you have dev tty, that is terminal 1. Okay, so like this. So this directory also include terminal devices, USB, or any device which attached to the system. Okay, so that's why this is very important. Now come to etc. These files are very important for DBA as well as operating system admin, because it contains configuration files, okay, which are local to the machine. Some larger software like Apache can have their own subdirectories, okay, but it contains configuration files which required for all programs, and it also contains startup and shutdown shell script, and it contains resolve.conf, contains log-rotate.conf, like this. If I say ls, so it will contain, it shows many files, okay, ls-ltr. So it shows directories, it shows links also. So there are many things over here. Okay. So see that we have, suppose X11 windows, which is required for graphics. So we have etc, and in that /X11 windows. So if I say cd X11 pwd and then ls, so these are the files which require for graphics. So like that, in etc we have separate section like sysconfig, which is important for configuration files. Like we have cron, that is the cron daemon configuration files which execute to scheduled commands like cron tab. So cron tab is very important for the DBA. X11 is very important for the DBA. Sys configuration files is also very important for the DBA, and resolve.conf also important for the DBA. So this etc folder is very important to understand as a DBA as well as system admin. Okay. Now the fifth directory structure is home directories. So whatever user you are creating, every user has a home directory. So if you are creating a user, suppose Ahmad, so it will home directory for Ahmad. If you are creating a user Oracle, it will come for home directory for Oracle. So I have suppose I say cd/root. Okay, so that is pwd. So this is the home directory for root user. Okay, now I am going for my user. Okay, so if I say pwd, so this is, see that, home/Ahmad. In root it will not show home/root, but in other user it will show home Ahmad. Okay, so this is my home directory, and if I say ls, nothing is there on my desktop. Okay, clear? So this home directory is basically a personal structure, and it depends on local administration decision where you want to keep all these files, whether it want to store on your home directories, or it will or you want to store in some other location. Okay, now the third sixth directory structure is lib, that is system libraries. So this directory basically holds shared libraries that are necessary to boot the system, require, and to run the commands in the root file system. So we have lib and .so files like libio and etc. These are the package we required for Oracle installation. So cd/lib. So if I say, so pwd, sorry, lib ls. So these are the library files actually. Okay, so ls-ltr. So directories are in the blues, and whites are files. And if it is in green, so that is executable files. If it is in whites, it is text file. If it is in blue, it is in directory. Okay, so I will tell about later. D means directory. If space is not there, nothing is there, so it means files. If here X is there, it means executable files. So every color has a different meaning. So I'm not going here right now. Now the next directory structure is lib64. Basically, this is shared library, 64-bit shared library that is necessary to root the boot the system and to run the command in the root file system. Okay, so it depends on your structure. Okay, so cd lib64, so pwd, pwd, so ls. So these are the files and directories and executable files which is used for lib64. Okay, so in such system you will get, or in other in some system you will not get, so don't get confused. Now the other directory structure is media. So whenever you are attaching a media to your operating system, your files will show here. So that is temporary mount directory. So if you are adding a floppy, or if you are adding a disk, so everything will be here. If you are adding a writer, CD writer, so it will shown here. Okay, so cd/media. Okay, pwd ls. So right now I don't have any media, so it is showing nothing. Okay, and then another directory is mount directory, mnt. So actually whenever you are mounting any file system, it will shown here. So temporary mount directory where sysadmins can mount file system. So if I say cd/mnt, so now nothing is there, so it is showing 0, or it is showing nothing. Okay, so this is mount directory. And the next directory is opt. Opt stands for optional. So this directory basically contain add-on package like install, download Firefox or statics files, and it has many subdirectories also. So if I say pwd and then ls, so this is right now actually vbox, audition, optional. I have opted actually, so that's why it is showing. If I exit from this, so it will not shown here. Actually, VBox edition install for use for mouse release actually from base to VirtualBox and VirtualBox to uh, base machine. So that's why I installed this VBox guest as the addition. And then proc, that is as name suggests, process on information. So this will provides information about running process and kernel. So this is very important file. So cd proc and the pwd I'm showing every time so that you should know that we are where. Okay, so ls, so these are the things which is belongs here. Okay, then next directory structure is root. So right now cd, we are in root. So basically root is usually the home directory for the user, but it will not display as a home/root. It will directly display /root. So don't get confused. For normal user, it will write like /home/Ahmad. Okay, but for root users, home directory, it will not say /home/root. It will show like /root, and also /root and only slash is different thing. Okay, it is not a same. And the next directory structure is run. So basically run is a new directory which actually hold the temporary data for their own reason. And this is the another one of those do not touch folders. Okay, so if I say cd/run pwd, every time I type wrong ls, so see that these are the run things. So in latest OS, this run will be there, but in old, I think you will not get it, this directory. I hope my speed or pace is okay. And another directory structure is sbin. This is system binaries for used. So the like bin, this directory also holds the command which required to need to boot the system, but which are usually not executed by normal user. Root or /admin user specific commands goes here, and just like /bin/sbin also contains binary executable like IP tables, reboot, fdisk, ifconfig, swap on. So these are the commands required executable binaries. So these are here. And okay, let me show this /sbin. First, I will show pwd, then ls. So these are the things which is stored here. Then we have srv, that is used for service data. So srv stands for service. So it will contains server specific service related data. So that is also very important. cd srv pwd ls. So nothing is there. So we don't have, we are not using any service. So that's why it's not here. Then sys is another virtual directory like proc and dev, and also contain information from devices which are connected to your computer. So cd/sys pwd and then ls. So these are the directories which reside here. Then next directory structure is temp. Every OS has a temp, so which is used to store temporary files, and which may be deleted with no notice, so such as by regular job or system boot up. So directory that contains temporary files created by the system or user. So whenever you are rebooting, the files which reside here will be deleted. Okay. cd/temp. Every time I am using // okay, so please make sure that ls. So right now we have these directories here. And the next is user program. So this is usually mounted from a separate partition. It hold only shareable read-only data, so that it can be mounted by various machine. Okay, and it contains program, libraries, documentation, etc. for all user-related programs. And it also contains like USR has been USR bin. So these are the things like if you are using add awk cc less scp cron sshd, so user add user del. So these are the user program which is stored here. Okay, and user lib also there, user bin usr has been usr local container user program. So like this many things you will get here. So cd usr pwd ls. So see that we have been games include lib64 lib executable local has been share src tmp. So these are the user program which reside here. And the last is var-Variable files. So this directory contains files which may change in size, such as you are spooling anything and you are storing any logs. So this will store var log, var lab, var mail, var spool, var log, and var temp. So these are the things which resides here. So cd slash var pwd ls. So see that these are the things here. So these are my 19 directory structure. And also there is one thing which you found in every directory, that is basically lost plus found. What is the meaning of this? So every partition has a lost plus found in its upper directory. So files that were saved during failures are here. Okay, so that is the purpose of this lost found. Okay, clear? So once again, tree. If I say tree, it will show my current directory tree. Okay, so yeah, that reside in my root home directory. Okay, so if I say ls, so see that all the things in comes under the tree form. So like this you can check your directory tree also. So when you check the root, so it will start from dot. If you see, I hope you are able to see that this is dot. Okay, so it is the starting point of root. Clear? If I say, just a second, uh, oh, ls-a, so see that dot files are also showing. If I say normal ls, dot file will not show. Okay, clear? Okay, okay, thank you. So this is my session. I hope you like it. So when you watch and if you feel that is helpful, so please give the feedback. These are my links, and these are my links for registration also, free webinar. And you can mail me ahmad@oraclewrite.com, and my blog is oraclewrite.com, and my next session will be on system information. So what are the system information which have in my current operating system? So that I will cover in next session. I hope you like it. So please press the bell icon, subscribe my channel, and do the comments, like, and you have any questions, you can put in your comment. And the most important, share with other also. And the most important, watch my session video till the end. Okay. So now I'm making smaller videos so that everyone can watch it from starting to end. Okay, so bye bye.